What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Blue Waffle Podcast, episode 7. We are joined again by Aiden, and of course, Bryce is here with us too. My best
My
friend.
name's
Howdy.
Sogs.
You didn't even get the reference because you were being okay.
That's my that's my signal
That's
to
the
start
call of
the
the blue.
yeah,
That's the
call of
call
the
of the
blue
blue waffle.
waffle.
Hold up, let me just remove my fucking headphones. I think they're bleeding.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ah.
Okay, no, we're not trying to fuck people's ears here. I
Yeah,
know
no.
it's past 10
Alright.
seconds, but still.
Ah. Don't ever do that again. I'll
Okay.
fucking murder you. Okay. So,
Alright.
anyways. Alright, so how have you guys been?
I'm fucked, man.
You just
I
told me
mean,
your day
Future
was
got me.
good. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, the future's got me fucked. My day was
Okay.
fun. Yeah, like I rode four wheelers and
yeah.
broke something. Had fucking a meaty fucking sandwich. Appeased my otaku habits, and then went home and went to bed.
What a
Now
fucking
now I'm
day.
here. Yeah, it was a
How
good
about you,
fucking day,
Aiden?
bro.
I mean, yeah, good day. Uh, future-wise, I'm like fucking having a heart attack. So there's that.
Do you guys know where you
I
guys
feel
are
you,
gonna
bro.
go? Like, so okay, so just to clarify, these two both graduated high school, and they're just like on their way to like the graduation day, which is, or have you guys already done
Sunday.
that? The
Two,
ceremony? No, okay.
yeah, Sunday.
So it's in 2 days. So now you guys are feeling what I felt last year, where it's like, holy shit, there's a lot of pressure to like go forward into like what you're gonna do and like have different paths set out, or like if you're gonna take the college route, or if you're probably gonna take some time off and get a job or something. It's just, I don't know, some
Yeah.
whatever path. But so you guys are just kind of, I don't know. You guys are getting like anxious about that, anxious about the future, or like.
Not anxious, more or less. At the moment, I only have the real option of I have to do work before I can do college, because my dumbass did not do well enough in school to really get scholarships that would even real mean that would really mean anything. Like, sure, you can sign up for like 30 different scholarships, get like 10, and they're all worth like 500 to 1,000. Yeah, that'll help, but that's nowhere near anything that you need for college.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably have to take some time off. I've been looking at like doing like assembly work at a mold injection facility in Manhattan.
Nice, well played. I mean,
And
that's not bad at all. What about you,
so
Aiden?
I'll
Oh shit.
well, I was just letting you comment. So
Yeah.
I'll probably do a work with that a little bit, and then afterwards probably hit up MSU.
Oh, MSU? Not U of M. Oh wait, fuck.
No.
What?
Mm.
Fucking, you fucking idiot.
It's all right. You didn't even know that we had rankings in school. You
That's
learn something every
Yeah.
day.
that's not that. Ah, you
Mm-hmm.
fucking idiot. Ah, well, I okay. Well, anyways, whatever. They know.
Fair
Okay.
play.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even know where that drew the line. I don't even know why that was ever. I don't give a shit about rankings. If I had a ranking, it was really fucking high. But I But do you want me to actually go on my fucking website, on my high school website? Let's go see this shit, huh? Let's go pull up the fucking records, huh? Okay.
Oh
Well,
God.
as you're doing that, we'll have Aiden talk about his future.
Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
He's
Oh
real
no,
fucking
Sam's
pissed
getting
about
mad
it.
again.
Oh yeah?
He's getting pissed again.
Your whole argument fucked.
I'm about to bring the fucking belt out.
Fuck.
Your whole argument fucked.
Just gone.
Let me see if I can fucking get into my thing.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
I'll get
Aiden,
into
yeah,
my
talk.
plans, I guess. Um, well, I plan on going to MSU as well. Sooner than Bryce here. I'm going next fall. to study criminal psychology, which I anticipate will be fun. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that degree yet, but you know, I like criminal psychology, and I think it would be fun to study. In terms of fucking work, I have no idea.
You're probably just gonna have to find anything really. I mean, with
Oh yeah,
COVID-19, like it's gonna make job hunting real hard.
oh
My
yeah,
case is even harder because I have someone that is immune compromised in the house.
oh yeah, totally.
So I can't get
So
on.
so my job opportunities will be severely limited to you'd like I couldn't work at like a local pizzeria or whatever. Like they have to have
Yeah.
pretty high standards of like operation and like cleanliness and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking about like job opportunities with like a criminal psychology degree, like we were talking about that today, like near your pond or whatever. I think you
Yeah.
should get into like criminal justice, get into more law with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I've always been interested in law, so that might be a good like combination between, what I want to study and, uh, a field that interests me. So yeah, criminal
Whatever.
justice
You'll be
might
doing this
be.
podcast in the next 5 years.
Yeah, I know. Like
We'll be
this
the
this is
next Joe
my
Rogans.
this is my plan B if that shit doesn't work out.
If this is Plan B, you better
you're
start
fucked.
thinking shit.
You're
I'm
fucked.
really hoping plan A doesn't fail.
Dude, this is like my Plan F.
So
Plan fucking just plan down way down there.
if
All right,
you,
what's your fucking rank,
Um,
Sam?
I can't even get onto my fucking high school thing because it's like it. So I mean, my high school was
Whatever. It was
super.
probably dog shit
I think,
anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Just like
yeah,
yours. True.
we were
True.
probably like the fucking
Oh
worst.
fuck! I'll
Yeah.
admit mine was
Yeah. What's up,
garbage.
pussy?
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, graduating with a 4.0, dude, it was definitely dog shit. No doubt.
Dude,
No
you
fucking
only
doubt.
have a 4.0?
Exactly.
What?
Yeah. What? Oh my
Dude,
god!
Shut the
Don't
fuck up!
do
like
I'd
that.
kill
if you
for a
don't
4.0.
What?
if you have lower
I would
if you have
straight
lower than
murder
a
someone for a 4.0.
Shut the fuck up, Bryce. I'm getting praised. Hold up. Okay, what?
oh no, I was
Okay,
actually just
suck my
trash
dick then.
talking
Shut the
you.
fuck up. Okay, hold up. Okay, so know what's
If
really fucking weird about like my high school is that like I haven't
it's
even gotten my
private.
high school diploma yet either or
What the
anything.
fuck?
The
Yeah,
fuck?
I know, right? Is that weird? And it's been like over a year.
So did what the wait, so what?
I know.
You didn't have like a ceremony or anything?
Yeah, we had the ceremony, but I didn't get the high school diploma there. They're like, it'll be shipped out there. It's like, okay then. So what the fuck?
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh,
I don't want a fucking diploma. I just want a fucking like a printed out card, like a plastic card that says you made it.
I want a diploma.
No,
I would love my
I
diploma.
want like the first grade certificates, like
Oh
with
shit,
all like
yeah.
Yes.
the stars
You
and
fucking
Dude,
like
when
idiot.
all
I
the
received, dude, when I graduated fucking kindergarten, that shit was epic. They give you like
oh
your
that
little
was amazing.
diploma and shit. I was like,
Oh yeah.
hell yeah, I am the big shit today, boys.
You went to
It had
second
like
grade and
all the
everyone beat
little
the shit out
kids.
of you, and you're like, fucking hell no, dude. Why can't I go back
Dude,
to
in
first
second
grade?
grade, everyone was afraid of me. What do you mean? Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, ask any one of my like classmates that have known me since kindergarten.
I think I've heard
Like,
that.
kindergarten through fifth grade was hell. You didn't piss me off. I had severe anger issues, like incredibly bad.
I think I remember hearing that from John. He's like,
John,
yeah, oh no, dude.
oh yeah, John knows. And then fucking, I know you don't like that one kid Stockton, but I fucking choke slammed him because he called me lazy.
That's
God.
cool.
No, it wasn't,
I mean,
dude.
how the fuck do
You
you
know
want
how
me to
they have like
respond to
the
that? Yeah, fuck yeah, you did it. It's like what?
no, like I'm just making a
So
point,
happy.
Or
When you
like,
said like kids were like beating me up in second grade, I'm like, nah, kids were scooting away from me. What do you mean? John was big enough that he wasn't afraid of me, so we're like, yo, we're friends now.
I see.
You're the only one who's big enough to fuck with me, all right? We're friends.
I am friends with the only motherfucker who could actually fuck with me. No, no, me and John's friendship that was just purely something like, dude, me and that motherfucker became friends over fucking like toilet jokes. Like that was how kindergarten went. Your best friend was really the person that laughed at your jokes
True.
Pretty
and
much.
shared crayons.
Okay, not the share
When
Yeah.
crayons.
when you're like when you're like, bro, pass me the blue, and he like gives you the blue, you're like, damn, this is
Damn
gonna be a
son.
homie for
No, no,
life.
no, no, no. It's when you ask him to pass the blue and he's like, he holds out like 5 different color blues and is like, which one?
Oh
Which
And you're
one do
like,
you need,
shit.
Sam?
oh, you're like,
Just like,
bro,
You
God
want that blue
damn.
green
homie,
shit? Hell yeah. It's like,
yeah.
what?
Oh.
You know what I laugh about though? Like back in kindergarten, did you guys ever use like that hot plate where you would put a picture and then you'd like melt crayons onto the paper?
Yes.
Dude, that
I
shit's
don't
so
think
fucking dangerous.
It's so satisfying though.
having a bunch of 5-year-olds with a hot plate,
Dude.
dude,
putting shit on it
dude,
and
the one
melting
Miss
it.
Richardson had when I was in kindergarten, that thing was broken. It got so hot.
Oh
Like I was just,
God.
dude. Even at 5 years old, I just had this thought in the back of my head. This was like the most intelligent thought I had. I'm like, dude, if someone touches that, they're fucked. And then the
Wow.
If
next thought
someone
came. The
touches
next,
hot thing.
they're fucked. And then the next thought that came by was, bro, when's snack time?
True.
Dude,
Or
when's
nap
nap
time.
time?
Yeah, I was about to
Nap
Nap
time.
fucking
time.
nap time, dude. That
Fuck.
shit was, oh god, I fucking wish that that was actually a thing in college.
Dude. I
A thing in
know.
college, bro. Just be like, fuck, I'm not going to class today. Taking a fat fucking nap.
Oh yeah, yeah, if you don't give a
Sleep all
fuck.
day.
I had a perfect record. Fuck you. Yeah, that's right.
I
Oh yeah,
keyword
dude. You got
had.
plenty of
No, no, no,
leeway.
I have a perfect record.
I
Yeah.
heard had.
Well, you heard
I was like,
wrong.
all right,
Bitch.
fucker, Jesus,
Don't fuck
fucking
with
a,
my record,
brother.
asshole. Yeah,
Don't fuck with my record,
God.
bro.
yeah.
Fuck it.
Maybe
I'm
I
gonna
said
light up
that
the
because of
arse.
like maybe COVID, but like I mean, I don't think they fuck with you on that. No, probably not. But yeah, no, I have a perfect record though. Yeah,
That's
Just
cool.
means
it is
just
cool.
means you got plenty of leeway to do whatever the fuck you want.
What?
Dude, honestly, I wouldn't want a perfect record.
Just means you got plenty of leeway to do whatever the fuck you want.
What do you mean
You
by
don't
that?
have to pass with all A's.
Oh,
You can skip a couple classes.
fuck that. I mean, yo, if I mean, my parents like, oh, uh, Bryce just fucking left. Welcome back.
Bryce is gone.
Okay,
Yeah, I had to leave for a moment. Yeah, but as I was saying, no, I would not want a perfect record.
I mean, if my parents are paying
No.
for my education though, I'm gonna put in 100%, 150%.
Like,
I
yeah,
mean
that makes sense,
that
but
makes
like,
sense.
you just look like a fucking robot on paper, though.
I don't care,
Like, no one fucking cares if
dude.
if you can regurgitate shit and like follow the rules to the dot. Like, no one cares.
Dude, I've gotten
Dude,
into.
that like shows no personality, like no diversity in character. That just shows that you are literally a dog.
I mean, I got nothing else to do. Like, what else am I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna sit at home and fucking play video games. Sick, dude. That's a good time. That's a good like use of my
Well,
time.
like, what else do you do? Like, what else is on your record? Because
Do you have a
like, you're intelligent as
job?
fuck. Like, we already established that much, and like, you have a perfect record. But like, what else is on your record? Like, what else do you do for like college and shit?
Nothing much. I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you mean?
Well, like, you got like extracurriculars and shit, like people do to like make their records look better. Like going into a job, like taking
Yeah.
like different clubs and shit can like
Oh
make you look
no,
more
no,
appealing because you get build like
no,
different experiences and shit.
no. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. Are you kidding me? Why would I? Ugh. That sounds like ass. Sounds like shit.
No, that's a smart move, bro. Dude, there's so many things I wish like I
But
did in
like,
high school
okay,
that
I mean,
like just to make my whole transcript look so much better.
yeah, there's things
Like
I
all I
Dude,
can
I
wish.
do is
did
regret
too
now, but
many.
when I get into college, I'm going to try my best to like do as much as I can to make my like record look like more like I want to build experiences, man, that businesses will find invaluable when I start to move towards like actually making a career.
So what? Joining the art
That's
club
kind of
is gonna be
funny.
like, yo, good shit, man. You join the art club. You're fucking
Well, like
like,
if your career is in art, then yeah, you're building experiences towards your career.
yeah, but
But
I
if you
mean
take
like,
True.
art club and then you're fucking like in the military, like no one fucking cares if you can draw My Little Pony.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like take the clubs that like make sense to your career path.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just sounds like a whole lot of fucking work. If you have to work on a club,
It is.
that's why, like, I mean, why would you do that to yourself, though? That's why people get, like, stressed out and shit. Because then they're like,
Oh,
okay, I gotta.
oh, most definitely.
Well, so, like, why would you put that on yourself?
Yeah.
Like, see, the reason why I'm doing really good, I have a 4.0 in college, is because I'm not taking those extracurricular. I'm keeping everything set on doing the things I need to do instead of this extra bullshit that I just cut out. Like, I mean, I,
Dude, I'm
I
a
would.
trial by fire kind
Hmm.
of guy. Like that's just my mindset.
I
Like
know
you
for a
just
fact.
prove yourself through stress.
I know for a
Like
fact that I'm not going to be doing any extracurriculars or clubs or any shit like that
Yep.
because I know I'm gonna have all of my fucking hands full with college
well
and like
yeah, because you
working
said you wanted to be working
and
while you were doing college,
well,
which
yeah,
means
I
you're going to be
gotta.
working by day and well, you'll be
I
studying
mean,
by day and working by night.
Well, dude,
yeah.
and also, I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. So, like, if you thought like fucking high school was crazy with all the papers,
Oh god, no.
no,
It's
no,
fucking
no.
lax.
Yeah, no, no. I'm telling you right now, like those extracurriculars, you probably wouldn't want to be doing that because every single class I had, I was doing a paper every single day, practically every fucking day. And then every single week we'd have the same shit. Oh yeah, we're gonna go over this, and then I'm gonna have a fucking six page paper, okay, with the works cited and everything. I want in text quotations or like in text citations and all that bullshit. I'm like, fuck me in the ass, and that was every fucking day with every class I was taking, and that was just for an AA or an AS degree, Associates of Science. And I wasn't even taking these weird. I thought like these classes they wouldn't make you like do paper. Even for an astronomy class, I had to write fucking a 5 page paper on like our universe and shit. And I was like, holy fuck me, man. I was like, as if like
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if I took an extracurricular, like if I went to like a club after that or after like the 6 classes that one day, I would be fucked. Oh my god, I'd be fucking wasted. I'd, and then I would actually have to, I had to drive home every single day from Bozeman to Three Forks, because I didn't live in
Hmm.
Bozeman because fuck that. Because I'm taking community college classes. So because it's a lot cheaper, and then I can get my associates, and then I can move all those credits over to like do whatever the fuck I want at MSU, which is probably
That's what I'm probably
yeah, but I'm telling you right now, I mean, like
Hmm.
if you're going for an associates or an AA, it same classes, just like or like I took the same core classes that everyone needs to take with either associates or either AS or AA, and they're fucking hard. Like you're gonna need to write papers. So I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like good on you for saying that you're gonna like make your shit look really nice and everything with all these like I'm gonna be super diverse, but I'm telling you right now, fuck that, not worth
it's
it.
gonna be it's gonna be fucking hard. But like, bro, like my transcript at the moment, like, dude, I'm gonna have a hard time getting into MSU.
No,
They're
you're
gonna look
not,
at my shit and go, okay, why the fuck do we want you here?
dude. MSU's acceptance rate is like 90%.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
don't
not
give a
Yeah,
hard
but
to
that's
get
shit,
not always
into.
good. But they're
dude.
pretty high up there. You got people
No,
out of the country coming to MSU to take classes there.
agriculture
Yeah. No.
classes because ag is the best in the state. Or sorry, we're the best in the nation. Our agriculture,
Yeah. No.
yeah, and also our nursing, I
Good.
guess. But no, like I mean, If you have a C, do you have a C average? If you have a C average, you're fucking fine. You're gonna get in. And then you have to keep a C average, which is incredibly easy.
Oh
Keeping
yeah.
an A average, or sorry, yeah, keeping an A average is hard. But like keeping a C average, that ain't shit. You can totally get in. It's, I mean, I don't want to like disrespect MSU, but they're kind of a joke college compared to other
Well,
colleges.
they're a good joke college too.
That's true. That's
I
true.
was gonna say they're a
They're pretty
good
well
joke
renowned.
college, but
But yeah, no, again, I'm not
I don't know, man.
disrespecting,
Like
but I'm
my
just
who the
saying
fucking
like
knows with the future anymore?
I mean, like getting into like MSU and getting into UCI is totally fucking different.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
that's a leap and a half though.
No, University of California of Irvine. That's I mean they're all the same kind of bullshit, but except it's like I mean one's like their acceptance MSU's acceptance rate is like a 90%. So like anyone can get in. It's just like when you do get in, you really have to like keep a C average. With I think at UCI, isn't it like a B average or something? Because they're like a
Uh,
I
Probably.
don't know.
because I mean they want to they whatever. Okay, anyways, but yeah.
No, but like I get that. Like trying to keep like your grades up in college just so like, your life is easier. Like I have a couple of scholarships that have a GPA requirement and where like if I don't meet those, I lose them and then I have to pay like
Yep.
fucking $10,000
Yep.
out of my pocket. So, and that's, keeping up that GPA is probably going to take a shit ton of time.
Exactly. Dude, I
So like,
yeah I couldn't tell you how many days like I would just like after I completed like a test and I went home that day, I couldn't believe it. Like I was filled with anxiety. Like after that test, just because I'm like, holy fuck, if I
yeah.
fail this, it's gonna drop my grade and then I'm gonna fucking lose everything. I mean,
Mhm.
holy shit. Ooh,
Yeah.
See, yeah. See, the only thing I really need to worry about, like moving forward with education, is just like actually committing myself to education. Because my greatest downfall when it comes to like school and all is like commitment to it. Like, I'm people that know me, like truly know me, like and everything about me, know that I'm fucking smart. Like, not trying to flex or anything. I'm just fucking lazy. Like literally, when this COVID shit happens and we started distant, like social distancing and like learning from home and shit, like I was turning in shit like a couple weeks after they were like published.
oh, after or before?
Yeah.
Like after, like when they started like actually like sending assignments online, like they it'd be like, hey, I like in April they'd be like, hey, just publish this thing on Classroom. I want it turned in by like Friday, and then like 4 weeks later I'll be like, here you go.
Uh, let's see.
So like moving forward, like if I could actually just commit myself to like pursuing something, I'll be fucking golden in college. I know that much.
Hmm.
It's just I gotta balance fucking work like with Aid, and I'm just gonna have to balance work and shit and whatever extracurriculars I want to pursue to help better my career choices.
I don't know
Yeah.
about you guys, but speaking of like the COVID and like everyone going online, this shit felt so good.
Oh, I
I
love
loved online
working
learning,
from
man.
Oh my
home and
god,
shit.
it felt
I
like
fucking loved it.
it was so fucking nice. Like, I mean, they'd have it. I wouldn't have to
Oh,
deal with like going into class and like wasting my time on
yeah,
stupid fucking questions that people asked.
totally.
Oh my god, it was
You had
so
like
nice.
you had like one assignment due by the end of the week and you had
Yep,
like the whole fucking week to do it. So like you had so much more time to do shit
exactly. And you're
and
like,
like so
fuck
much more
yes.
freedom to like yeah, exactly. And you had like so much more freedom to spend the time how you wanted to,
And also sleeping
which was
in.
like so
Oh,
awesome.
sleeping in.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
And like I
Dude,
felt more efficient because I got like all my hours, and I didn't have to like wake up, drive for a fucking hour, and then get out and then like take a class, fucking drive back, or like whatever the fuck I did. Oh god, it was felt so good. Felt so good.
yeah,
dude, it was
totally.
amazing when that being given that freedom. Like I'd wake up at like
Hmm.
5, go do like some chores and shit, come back, do a a light workout, and then go back to bed and like wake up at noon and then do all my shit.
Yep. I wish that they would
So
like.
fucking nice.
I wish that like the nation they saw, or like I wish kids like put 100% of like what they usually would do if they were in class, just so, like the nation would like understand that like the online like online is way better, or like it's more efficient and people get more shit done. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, everything's
Totally.
moving towards online. It's just fucking
Hmm.
adults don't like older. Your older generations just don't see like the potential like the internet truly
Yeah.
has.
yeah,
It's
and
just harder for them to move on from that like traditional like paper school
mm,
process.
and like
Dude, I
some
had like a conversation about this with my folk. Like I was when I was talking to them about buying a new PC, they're like, "Why do you want to buy something new? I mean, like you have a laptop that can look up shit on the internet." I'm like, "Well, you don't understand. Everything is moving towards online. Like, dude, who knows? I could be doing my whole entire career in front of a fucking computer screen. Like, you need
Hmm.
the proper equipment to do that shit.
yep,
Like, yeah, I can play fucking games and listen to music, do whatever, watch TV shit. But who knows? Like, maybe I want to get into like graphic design and shit. I already have plenty of experience there. Maybe like video editing, just anything. There's infinite possibility when it comes to the fucking internet. And people
Yeah,
need to start realizing that.
totally. And
yep,
like I think people also need to realize that like the process of moving from, paper to the internet is inevitable, and like you're just going to have to roll with it, and like not try to not try to resist it or anything, because it's going to happen.
yeah. Like
Might as well just like accept it and embrace how much more efficient the internet is.
like for MSEO, when they went online, they like they were hardcore pushing to like be like, okay, once like we see like a dip in like the cases the cases in our area, once we see a dip in those numbers, then we're going straight back to like in class, and everyone's gonna like move back on the campus. And I was like, fucking why though? Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, oh my god. Like, and then I was just like going along with my delusion. I was like, dude, isn't it better if like we're all safe? You know, like, God, like,
Yeah.
come on, guys. you know,
See, that's the thing, is like the colleges don't give a shit about your health or anything. Like
true.
they're there to educate, but they're mostly there to just to they're they're a private institution. They're there to make money
Yep.
by educating. And so, you know, learning from home and online learning and shit takes away some of that income that they get.
Yeah.
So, of course they're gonna want to, speed things up and get things back to normal so they can get more income again.
Which they already did. They already fucking pushed it. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do this. Take all the. Wait, are you guys doing it in the fall? Are you guys coming to MSU in the fall?
I am.
Aiden is. I'll probably be coming sometime next year.
Okay. So there's a new, or like they made it so that this fall semester is actually really short.
Yeah.
We go from like August 17th to like November 24th. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it was like
Something crazy like that.
yeah, it was badass. I was like, holy fuck yes, dude.
I know. Dude, that's like the one thing I'm looking forward to this semester, is like getting out and having like fucking a month and a half to just like do whatever before the next semester starts.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I totally
yeah.
forgot about that. Cause like yeah, they're gonna resume classes on like January 17th or some bullshit like that. So you get like the entire
Mm-hmm.
month off in December. It's like oh my god.
I know. Fucking
I
amazing.
don't know about you boys, but I'm gonna enjoy my freedom after fucking graduation.
I'm already enjoying my freedom, man. This summer, oh, I'm not taking summer classes because that sounds like hell. Like, thank God my parents,
Mm-hmm.
I know some parents are like, oh yeah, you should really do summer classes just to get ahead of the curve. I'm like, fuck that, why? Like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
God, I mean, summer should be like a time when like, you're having a break, okay? And then you can come back and fuck yourself in fall, but like, let me keep summer, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Your parents do not
It's like,
like what kind of parents do? How do your parents view education, Sam? Like, do they push for you to like excel like above the curve or what?
Of course, all the fucking time. That's why like
Like, were they the ones that recommended taking summer class?
no, no, they that's yeah no my parents are no my parents are cool like that. They don't. The, I was talking about other parents. Like I know like some of my friends they're taking online classes right now, and it's just because like they either chose to or their parents decided to because they're like yo you should like really I mean, let's just get this degree done so we can like get it over with. You know, it'd be a lot better like this. And I'm like, fuck that. My parents are really chill about that, but they do push for me to have the GPA. They keep my GPA high, and they do push for me for like they had this bar set because my my older siblings, you know, they're talking about or my older siblings set this bar of like being really excellent, you know, and I mean, fuck them for doing that, but also not really because that's also how I view
Yeah.
it. Cause I like to excel at what I do. So like if I'm in fucking school, especially college, I like you know I gotta keep that educate. I have to keep that bar and I have to go above that bar. So that's why I have like a 4.0. That's why I have a perfect record. That's why like I just you know, cause it's just like all that shit. But like my parents are super chill about that. That's the only thing that they're on my ass about.
All right, that's pretty fucking cool.
Mm.
So I want to get your opinion, both of your opinions on tiger parents.
I fucking hate
What do
them.
you think about them?
I know I hate that. I think I personally think that that's a really unhealthy way to view education, and that they should always try to give their kids leeway, cause like your kids like kids operate, you know, and sometimes I mean if you push them so hard they'll fucking die. It's just like have you ever seen a person or like a tiger mom at spelling bees? Those kids are
Dude,
miserable
it's
as fuck.
Oh,
Okay, they
I
have
know.
no life other than the spelling bee, and they're just like they're filled with anxiety. I mean, that's no way to live. Fuck those kids. Fuck those parents.
Mm-mm.
And I feel really bad for those kids. I mean,
It places unnecessary stress on the
exactly.
kid. Like it ruins, those early memories and like getting to hang out with friends at school and stuff. They can't do that because they're always worried about their parents,
On their
being mad at
ass.
them for getting an A minus or some shit like that.
Yep. I
You know.
I mean, honestly, I excel so much because my parents give me that leeway because they're not like always on my ass about like, yo, fuck you for getting a B on this test. It's like you know, you know,
Exactly.
uh,
Like
they
the lower
understand.
pressure, yeah, exactly. Like the lower pressure you put on your kid and schoolwork, I feel like, the better that's going to make them because they realize that it's like okay to make mistakes and they're not a big deal. So it's like, it's whatever and they can continue on and move past that mistake.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And it makes like you can really see it. Like I kind of I like the
yeah,
whole like there it's in the medium, it's in the middle where like you're lenient and then you're also um like it's in the middle of being like a tiger mom and also being like do whatever the fuck you want to do, you know? So like it's like the perfect balance of like they care about what you do, but not too much to the point of where it's stressing you out because like it's just like filling you with anxiety to do better and to like just be perfect. If that made any sense. Fuck everyone's dead. Fuck. Well, my internet just went out.
I kind of I know, yeah. I know that like, you're going to want your kid to succeed in life and stuff, but I feel like doing it that way is not going to help.
Yes,
Like
sir.
it's just going to make their life an entire span of just stress.
Mm-hmm.
dude, authoritative parents like that, authoritarian parents like that is just a horrible style of parenting altogether.
I
Yeah.
100% agree.
Like
Yeah.
anybody who has a basic understanding of psychology can see the excessive amount of cons to authoritarian parenting.
Yeah, like what's
It is
that?
just
Yeah.
Oh,
what
what's that middle ground of like where I
it's authoritative.
no no
But I kept messing the two up. But authoritarian is like strict as fuck. Authoritative is like it's a middle ground.
yeah, because then there's another one where they don't give a fuck and it's just a lack of like that they of them caring for you, and then like that's also really bad. But like
I
Mm-hmm.
authority,
forget the really passive one, but yeah, it's
yeah, yeah,
authoritarian, strict, and then authoritative. That is like the middle ground. My parents
Yeah.
are authoritative.
yep. That's definitely the
Mm-hmm.
way to go.
Yeah.
Dude, you should always have a mix of things, like a medium
Mm-hmm.
ground, because
Hmm.
it seems to always be like the best way. Because like going to extremes in anything just sounds god awful.
Yep,
Yeah. The world is not black and white,
it's gray.
so black and white methods don't work. You
Just
gotta add a
Especially in a
little bit
world
of.
that is like blending, like becoming ever so closer together, like with cultural
Mm-hmm.
blending and just like there's just so much changing that to believe in black and white concepts like that make no sense.
hmm
Yeah. It's like, yeah, they don't work because that's not what our world is like anymore.
hmm
So those concepts they're kind of outdated now because, our world is getting more and more complex and um, I guess just less and less easier to explain.
Dude, you should just have a flexible outlook on everything.
Yep.
Like just
Mm-hmm.
a flexible like personality, flexible mentality to things. You should always be open to new things. And I feel like that's a big problem with like any older generation is that they eventually just hit this point where they get so stuck in their ways it becomes fucking annoying.
Yeah.
100% agree about that
Like,
one.
yeah, at some point they like I guess they like stop realizing that the world is changing around them and they still hold these values that were important, back then, today, even though, those values have changed and they're not as important as the older generations think, which is, it causes a lot of disparity between the generations because there's that lack of like understanding which values are more important now compared to, earlier on in history.
Yeah, like it's just like going back to the whole like what the older generation values is like they valued a whole like you're gonna go to school, you're gonna get your college education, you're gonna get a job, get a wife, get a kid, you know, like have a kid, fucking get a house, and that's that, and then retirement. But like in reality, that's not how like the world is right now. You don't have to go to college, you know.
God.
Like
Yeah.
you just I mean trade or like uh, going into trades. I guess trade schools. Like I guess like that's not a college education, yeah? No, it's not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, like becoming a plumber. Plumbers get paid so fucking much, by the way. That's just,
Oh yeah, me and my dad were talking about that. Like people, I like how people used to think like I'm even like a horrible person. Well, not horrible, but like I had that horrible mentality of like looking down on those jobs, like plumbers, mechanics, electricians. Like, why would you want to go into that? That sounds horrible. And now that I'm older and I'm looking at my future and like future careers, I'm like, you know how much money electricians are making right now?
yeah, like
I
yes.
wish I was an electrician
So
right now.
much.
Yeah.
I
I'd be
know.
making bank.
Yeah, like again, like yeah, because someone has to do those jobs that not
Hmm.
many people want to do. I mean,
They're necessary duties and like
exactly.
no one wants to do them.
Yeah, like plumbing. Who wants to fucking say, "Oh, I'm gonna be a plumber when I grow up"? Fuck no. But you have
Yeah.
to do it. People are here on this earth to fucking do those jobs because other people don't want to do it, and they make money because there's not a lot of them.
Dude, you would be smart to take some jobs like that. Like
Hmm.
not saying like you shouldn't chase like whatever dreams you have, but like even though I'd love to do like graphic design work, you know how many other 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds are like leaving like anywhere from 17 to 19-year-olds graduating right now that are going looking at college for that shit who want to make careers out of that.
Yeah.
That
that's
there is an
becoming like
incredible number of people you have to compete with and be so you have to
huge.
be so in the 1% to make it like a successful like career anymore.
Yep.
And then when in reality you could just be like, you know, Mario made plumbing look cool. I can make some money at doing that. You know,
Hmm.
we just got to get
Yeah.
rid of those like just just those concepts in general. We just need to get rid of that.
Yep.
Like people need to start realizing what opportunity is, and I feel like with our generation, it needs to start learning pretty damn quickly, like the opportunities we have available,
Mm.
instead of just like holding out for some sad ass dream of like graphic design that you know that you won't have like the dedication and effort to like compete with, because that's a market that is going to continue to become more demanding as time goes on, especially with everything moving to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. I think we definitely need to make it more like, or I guess make the impression that it's more okay to go into those kinds of fields because they're insanely important to us. And, you know, it's not a bad career choice at all because, like Sam said, they make lots of money. And so I think, yeah, like what Bryce said, we need to make like
It's
that
like,
concept um, more, I guess, accepted in society because, those are necessary jobs and they're good
I
jobs.
don't even know why people like made fun of like people who were in the plumbing industry. Like, when did that become a thing to like tell your kids you should like get good grades and like do whatever you can so you didn't end up like as a plumber? Like,
well,
I want to know who started that shit because like that does not make any sense.
well, that
Dude, I remember watching something from like the 80s or the 70s or something. And it was like there was like this girl and her father was a plumber and they were like super poor. But like the thing is like that's not true at all. Like
yeah, yeah, it's
plumbers get paid pretty well
yeah.
and it's like I don't know, they just looked down on this girl's father because he was a plumber. But I guess like thinking about it now, it's like, nah, that's actually like that's a good job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's probably getting paid pretty well, and you know,
Like,
I guess it's
Dude,
just
just do whatever like gives you the most amount of happiness in life.
yeah.
If you don't like I'll be honest, like even if you go into plumbing, you may not like it, but if you're good at it and are able to make a lot of money, do things that you do like. You have the money to do them now. Like
Mm-hmm.
people have this hard time like going into the world realizing like, yeah, you might get a shit job, but if you get a shit job that pays well, you know how many things you are able to do then. Money is what allows us to live and achieve different things and prosper in both our mental health, physical health, and just everything in our daily lives. It is sickening to think about how much power money has over our lives, but it's
Mm-hmm.
the world we live in.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I personally think that like you should go into a job that you enjoy because it'll make you a happier person and happier in life in general. But
Yeah, oh yeah.
the fact of the matter is like this society, it doesn't offer that many jobs that people enjoy. It offers plenty of high paying jobs, but they're not always jobs people like and people enjoy while doing. And
Mm-hmm.
so, and also society has just made this concept that money can buy you happiness. And I think that's what most people strive for instead of, finding actual happiness in their life rather than pursuing happiness with money. And I think that's a
So
real
did was
problem.
when I was talking about like taking a high paying job and then like paying for things that made you happy, was that what you took from it? Like money is
Well,
make pays for happiness.
um, that's kind of what I was thinking about when you were talking about that. Yeah.
Same.
I don't.
That's not what I was trying to come across as.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Like I understand. Like, but you had the money to do what you want to do. You right? Like, if you want to fucking start a restaurant or something, you had the money to pay for like a plot to like do like fulfill your dreams. Like that. That's kind of what you were saying.
Well, like yeah, you like with me, like I'm going to have to go into the workforce to pursue an education in something that I like. Like
Mhm.
I might be doing like a job. Who knows? I might not even go to college in the next couple years because I need to build that capital to get a good education in something that I would love to do. You're going to end up doing things in life that are hard that you may not want to do, but you have to do. And when you have the money to do so, then you can pursue things that you love. Like, yeah, save up money, buy a small restaurant, and then like live out your retirement, work in that restaurant, and doing the thing you love. Like,
That makes
Mhm.
yeah,
there,
that makes
I will
sense.
admit, like, yeah, you shouldn't pursue something as a career choice that makes you unhappy. Like, yeah, that is mentally draining, and it has been proven that that can cause like different mental health issues.
Mhm.
Like, that is a horrible thing to subject yourself to. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is you need the capital in this world to pursue the things you love. Like that is just a universally known concept. Nothing truly is free in life.
hmm
Like
Okay.
it's a
I kind
sickening thought,
yeah.
but
I
it's
think I kind of
reality.
yeah. I think I kind of get what you're saying with that is like, you got to do some unpleasant things to get to the goal that you like put for yourself and that and you'll get to that point and you'll, really start to enjoy your life.
Yeah.
If yeah, okay. And I guess yeah, as opposed to what I was talking about mainly was I think was, taking a job that you hated as, that goal and like sticking with that job because that's what everybody told you to do and that's what you told yourself that you would enjoy doing like all your
Oh
life.
no, you shouldn't. You should not follow that
Yeah,
path.
no.
No, that's
Completely agree.
unhealthy
Yeah,
to a high degree.
Mhm.
right. Like if you're
No,
making yourself unhappy in that job with no no I guess hope of getting out of that horrible job, then, that's not the way to go.
no, that's a horrible trap to put yourself in, and it saddens me to think that people have done that to themselves in the past and are doing that to themselves now.
Mhm. Totally.
But no, like yeah, what I was saying though, you're going to have to do the shit work with some of these things in order to achieve your dream. Like no one was given their dream. Like that's if you are given your dream, sometimes you like don't even appreciate it for what it is. Like working hard for your dream makes it even so much more better.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
I
Yeah.
It's
that might
fulfilling.
sound like an old fashioned thing to a lot of people, but I believe that hard work makes things so much better
Yeah.
in the end. Like the result just feels so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like I
And the
mean,
gratitude you receive from that is like so pleasing.
Like it is just like that whole saying, like reap what you sow, something like that.
so.
It's just
So,
so yeah, so like that concept to me like fits into that whole scheme of things. Like if you work hard for what you want to do in life for your dream, when you do accomplish your dream, it's gonna feel so much better. Then you can
mhm.
look back on your past and be proud, even though it may have sucked working through that shit, whatever you had to do to accomplish your dream. But you're there now. You have accomplished what you wanted to do, and you can pursue it till the very end of your existence, and you will be happy even to the end.
Mhm.
Totally. Yeah.
Man, we talk about some deep shit here on the Blue Waffle podcast.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, man.
I know we've been talking a lot about this shit, but I haven't heard from Sam what he wants to do in life. Like, you obviously kind of have
That's
like a whole
true.
plan laid out. Like, what is it like you want to like end up doing? Like, what's the end goal for you, Sam?
Man, I mean, honestly, I really wish I had a plan. I really wish I had something laid out in front of me, but like that's just
Are you like me? You really just don't know at the moment, or kind of taking the required steps you need to take?
yeah, it's just like that.
And
It's just like I'm taking everything like one step at a time, but like I don't know where that's gonna lead me. I know like there's been three things that I've wanted on my mind that I've wanted to do, and every single one like sounds really nice. Like for starters, I do want to open up a restaurant or something like that, just because I want to work for myself. But then I realized that that's a lot of steps that I don't really want to take, and so then I went on to like go to the college path, and I wanted to get a degree in psychology, and I wanted to be a therapist for Belgrade because they have the largest suicide rate. It's disgusting. So like I want to help people, and then I realized that like I mean I I can't like push myself to do that. I know that like that's a dream that I still have to be a psychologist and to be a therapist, but I don't know if I really want to push myself to keep to be like that. I know I probably wouldn't say it's a prestigious job, but to have like uh, but to have like that turmoil of like being a therapist and like listening to other people's jobs or other
Oh,
people,
you bring that shit with you
that's yeah.
at home like every time. It's like anything to deal with psychology, that stuff eventually leaks into your head.
Mm.
You
Hmm.
have to be mentally strong to pursue something in psychology.
So
Oh
that's
yeah.
one of the reasons why I just like said I'm probably not gonna be pursuing that, even though that is still like a thing that's still on my mind. And I am taking a lot of psychology courses and a lot of like courses about science and the brain and just that in general. But I have also started to like see if I want to do like something about computer programming or something because they make a lot of fucking money. But also it's like that's something I've been good at. Like I know how to I know computers and I know like that type of uh,
That
uh
type of world.
yeah, like that type of work and that type of world. But that's I don't know. I don't think I could like sit at a fucking desk and just code all day. That sounds like shit. So yeah, my
No, you need to have the right mindset for a certain thing.
no, I
Hmm.
know that like sitting in an office is definitely not my way of how I want to fucking live my life. Hell, I mean that sounds like shit. Sitting in a fucking
It
cubicle.
depends on the office for me if I ever, because I've thought about going into coding. Like there's something satisfying about writing up like script and stuff, and then like solving kind of like how to make everything work. It's almost like a giant puzzle for me, and that's what makes it so fun for me. It would depend on the office for me. Like the people you surround yourself with in the work environment ultimately are factors you need to consider when like pursuing a career.
Yep.
Like if you're gonna do like something like make your own business and you wanted to combine that with like coding, like if you could make that work, like start up your own kind of like software engineering or company or whatever, like you know how much fun that'd be.
Yeah, that'd be super fun. But think about that.
It'd
That's
be,
a lot of fucking steps to get to that
that
part.
is, it's a lot of fucking steps, but like we were talking about, if you could make that work, like dude, you'd be sitting there and like if your business was also successful, like
Mm,
bro, you'd be set.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
totally.
sounds
You'd be
so much
set.
fun. But that sounds super like just out of this world for me. So that's why I just decided I don't know about it. But yeah, so that's you know I mean we can talk about all this and everything, and I mean it feels pretty good to talk about it with other people that like are in kind of the same boat. But I mean like going out of like coming out of high school and that kind of thing. That I mean that's a big step to go straight into like to go into college or to go into a trade school if you're thinking about that, Bryce. Or
Oh yeah, like with how my mind is kind of set, like I'm very open minded. Like there are so many career paths that I would thoroughly enjoy pursuing. Like I've thought about anywhere from like psychology to like being an electrical engineer. Like there are so many things that I find fascinating, and but I can't let that be the downfall of me. Like if I don't make up my mind and like commit to myself to something, then I'm ultimately gonna drag myself in the fucking mud.
hmm,
Hmm.
Like I just have to be flexible, but also dedicated to something.
yeah,
And who knows? Like
Yeah.
maybe in a couple years, I might be listening to people's problems, or like fixing up like mold injection machines, or I could be doing this fucking podcast in like LA and smoking weed with Post Malone. I don't fucking know.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun as fuck.
That'd be
Bro,
fucking
if
ripping
this
a bowl.
podcast was
Oh,
like to actually be like successful enough to like sustain like my life, that'd be fucking dope. I could talk every day about some shit, like deep shit, like every day. I'd have so much fun with that.
yep. I
Hmm.
would definitely, especially like if you're doing it with your friends. Like I mean, I know,
Oh
Oh, I
hell yeah.
know.
yeah, like me and Aiden, we haven't talked in a while. Ever
I
since
know.
ever since
Well,
the
it's been a while.
yeah. So I mean, and then like me and Bryce have been on and off. It's just been like where there's periods where like we talk, and then like there's a period where like we just don't talk at
There's
all.
just fucking radio silent. Like for the past couple years, me and Sam's relationship has been boiled down to me re-downloading Discord, hopping on to play League, and then, hey, haven't talked to you in a while.
Hey, what's up? And then
And
fucking
then me
gone.
going, hey, nice cock.
Oh yeah, butt stuff.
Mm.
That's butt stuff.
Like,
And then like a few weeks will pass, and then it's like, all right, talk to you next year.
exactly. Yeah. But I mean,
That's what I like. That's another plus with this podcast is it gives me us an excuse to talk to each other like more often.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've really enjoyed like talking with, Sam and Bryce, like people that like I don't normally have these like big conversations with,
No,
but
these are like conversations you'd be like having with your family, like talking about the future. Like who
exactly.
knows? Like the next episode, we could be talking about how fucked the economy is gonna be. Like
Oh fuck
Yeah,
that.
it's like I don't know, it's just so fun to talk about that shit with, you know, your friends. It's
yeah,
yeah,
like
and
people
to
who
like
obviously are like we're all intelligent people. Like I acknowledge everyone's intelligence here. Like
yeah,
I know I say stupid shit from time to time again, like slur and shit, but like everyone knows that
you
like we
know.
all are competent enough to have conversations about that stuff.
Mhm.
We're still young and inexperienced in a lot of fucking fields, but we're smart enough to know like how shit works right
Mhm.
now, like
Exactly.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This.
And to like have intelligent conversations and to like have this podcast blow up and to eventually be get paid to have intelligent conversations with intelligent people
That
would
that
be
would
a
be
dream come
aw-
true.
True.
Be
that'd be awesome.
amazing.
Like
I
have
know.
fucking Elon Musk on here and just ask him, what the fuck? How how are you so
How?
damn smart?
Well,
Like,
just come
are
on.
you sure you're not a fucking AI, my guy?
Wow.
Dude, Mark Zuckerberg's definitely a robot.
No,
I
Mark
guarantee it.
Zuckerberg's a
Oh
fucking
my
lizard,
God,
dude.
yes.
That guy's a lizard king.
Have
He
you?
is a cyborg AI lizard man.
Yeah.
Like he
Oh
is
my
just a
God.
fucked creature and a half. And
No
who put
Those
him
pigs.
in
doubt.
charge of like fucking Facebook, man?
I
The
know,
elf
like
with no friends is in charge of social like connections.
social media of like a billion users.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Like, golly.
I mean, I never
Dude,
really
I,
got into
dude,
Facebook.
Facebook, that's a throwback.
Yeah, I was just about to say I've never really got into Facebook. Like I have a Facebook
Yeah.
account, but like I don't know. I don't want my shit out there with that fucking Lizard King just watching.
That
I know,
lizard
right?
man.
Totally.
Dude, did you know that your like information on like Google is pretty much like auctioneered to fucking sites?
Yep. Yep.
Like you literally
Mm-hmm.
are worth like pennies and dollars to certain people just to sell their information.
Especially when you start taking pictures of your feet. God, really rattles
Oh
their
God.
jimmies.
Oh
Dude,
God.
selling
Only
pictures
they
of your
know.
feet, man. That paid for my Grand
Man.
Theft Auto.
Fuck. Damn.
Dude, that's something that pisses me off with like site with apps or sites like that with like Kick. I'm sorry, no offense to females, but you know how many fucking hoes are out there trying to sell their nudes to fucking simps on Kick?
Dude,
You know
that's
how old
so
that app is, and
bad.
there's still fucking people trying to sell
I
their nudes
mean,
on there?
Dude,
it's a lucrative business.
yeah, dude, I got
There's a
scammed like
lot of
three
simps on
different
there.
times, dude. It's insane. I mean, what? Yeah, it's a lucrative business.
Oh, let's talk about OnlyFans. What are your thoughts on that?
I love that. What? I mean, dude,
It's
that's weird.
electronic prostitution.
Whatever you want to call it, it's fucking
That's
badass.
essentially what it is. Like,
Dude,
Especially that one girl
I
memes
who
don't
was
I,
in
don't-
there.
aside,
I don't get that. Like, I understand like these are tough times and shit, but like no, I'm not body shaming. I'm not shaming anyone on their career choices or anything. I'm just saying as a collective, like the idea of OnlyFans not only doesn't make sense to me, it seems almost like disgraceful
Like,
in a
okay, wait,
sense to
how's
like
that
yourself,
disgraceful?
like
Okay,
to yourself. I feel I'm like a little bit old fashioned in that sense. Like really, if you're gonna share like your nudes, at least do it with someone you like have a connection with, not just like to anyone who's willing to pay $5 for your image.
okay, I could see that,
yeah.
but okay, so OnlyFans is actually like I've been on it. I think everyone has, right?
Oh yeah, like
Okay,
there's lonely fucking nights.
okay, well, depends on where you're looking. Like I understand, like some girls are like they're just sending their nudes out or whatever, but OnlyFans, I like the whole concept of like they're practically sharing art. Like I've seen people on there with like they have like cosplays or whatever, and then they
Oh
have like
yeah,
yeah. So
Hmm.
I think that's like I think it's really good because they get to express themselves, and I'm not gonna be like I'm not like here to simp on them and like to tell them they're like oh yeah they're fucking amazing because I think that girls are fucking annoying and I personally I fucking hate them actually for reasons. But yeah. So anyways, like I think the OnlyFans, the concept of like them being able to express themselves in an artistic way or like in a way that they feel confident with their body to share with the world. I feel like that's pretty. I feel like it's bold. I don't really think it's disgraceful because they if they feel that
well,
comfortable with their
if you would
body,
let me
then
elaborate,
yo
I
let
might
them
clear
go.
up some misconceptions there.
Okay.
Like I with the old artistic thing with like cosplays and stuff, like that in and of itself makes sense to me.
Or
But
even
I'm talking
dance.
about women who are literally trying to like their only goal is to make money.
Yeah, dude, isn't that everyone's goal?
Like quick, easy money,
Hmm.
that's where I like disgraceful is like a really harsh word for the subject. That's
Hmm.
where you're getting extreme with it. Like I'll admit that much.
Well, no, I'm
But it's
thinking.
because I have like a strong opinion of it. Like I don't believe like really in OnlyFans. I don't see it as what other people might see it as. Like I don't know. I have my I have my cons and my pros to OnlyFans. It's just like with doing like porn, like making a career out of porn. Like there's something like most parents would not tell their children to pursue.
Well, of course, yeah, but honestly, God though,
Yeah.
I mean, like, hey, if you like that, or if you want to do
If you
that,
have the stomach for it,
yeah, and if
like,
you if
and you can make a career out of it, like that, bro. You want to talk about some people with mental constitution, like some strong mental constitution.
or not
Porn
strong,
stars.
I mean,
Oh my God.
or like not
Some
Yeah.
porn
strong,
stars have to have such strong mental constitution to do that kind of work
yeah,
because
The
that's
shit
the kind of
some of
work
them.
that can really fuck with you mentally,
The
not
shit
only
that.
physically but mentally.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and they have to be super confident in like in what they're doing, like I mean, like
Yeah, and what they doing, who they are,
Hmm.
their bodies, like just everything about them has to be strong
so that's
Yeah.
what
in
I
so many ways.
so
Like I
And
commend
like.
them in that aspect. Like
Hmm.
so if you
that's
commend
that's a realm I could not go into.
so if you
Like most definitely, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So if you commend like porn stars for that, I mean, why do you not commend like OnlyFans people? Because I mean, they're in it for the same game. They're
See,
they're making money.
here's
So
the difference.
here there's
Here's
there's
the
there's
difference.
one misconception I think you're messing with that.
Okay.
I'm talking about quick, easy cash.
I mean, is it
People
is
who
it
are
a
looking for quick, easy cash.
is it
Like if you can make a career out of OnlyFans, like I can commend you for the work that has to go into that.
uh-huh.
Like you have to almost market yourself and like build a fan base and really like work hard to make it a livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking. I don't like the idea of like quick, easy cash. Like I'm comparing those kind of people to like people on Kick who are literally they want money to like buy like weed and shit, or like clothes that they don't need. Like, you don't need to be selling your nudes on Kick, and there's some people who really shouldn't be selling their nudes on OnlyFans.
So
I don't
then,
know. I might be like totally just confusing the shit out of people. Like in my mind, there's connections that make sense, and we would have to probably spend a few like we would probably have to spend a little bit more time to clear up the air, like where we stand on certain things. But like, I don't know.
so
I just have interesting. I Let's just describe it. I have interesting opinion about people on that do OnlyFans.
so you're commending porn stars, right?
Hmm.
But you're not commending
I'm
OnlyFans.
commending them for their mental strength,
Okay, wait.
not their career
Okay,
choice.
so what about their career choice? Are you like, what do you on that? What's your sense on that?
Well, I just said I commend the strength it takes to pursue it. I don't commend or recommend it as a career choice.
And
Okay.
I think that's one of the differences between like OnlyFans and like traditional porn is like with OnlyFans, it's entirely up to like the girl or whoever's selling their body, as Bryce put it. It's entirely up to them
That sounds so
as to
bad.
like
Like that sounds like
But isn't
I
it?
escort work kind of
I
shit,
know,
like
I know,
selling their
I know.
bodies.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
isn't it
but
entirely?
it
Well,
but like it's up to them on OnlyFans. It's up to like the I guess like the actor of how they choose to express their body in different ways. And I think there's a lot more creative leniency with OnlyFans because it allows like the artists are in control of everything's um, as opposed to like porn where it's these big studios that have like these directors that are telling
I
you
feel
what
like
to
there's a lot more
do and like
pressure in porn.
but no, no,
exactly
no. But see,
I feel like there's a lot more pressure in porn.
but see, that's the thing. Like, I mean, if you're in porn, you don't need to take that. Like, you don't need to take that audition, or like, you don't need to be like, oh yeah, I'll do this set or whatever. No, you don't need to do that. Just like OnlyFans. Like, I mean,
No,
everyone has
if
like
you
a
are
Here's the
choice.
pursuing a
thing
career in
though.
porn, you don't have those options
Yeah.
sometimes. Some of those actresses and actors are signed on to contracts.
Okay,
Yeah,
I could see
on
that.
top of that there's also the pressure of like getting more money, right? Because some the majority of people that go into the porn industry do it because they need money and they're scared of losing that like financial stability
So wouldn't
And
if
there's
they
OnlyFans be the
decide to
same
not
also
do
thing?
something they don't want to do.
Yeah. So
and there's also like that pressure. Like you realize like vanilla porn, there's like millions, millions of videos out there. Like any person can do traditional porn. The
Hmm.
real money is when you start getting into more like freakier stuff. Like then
Yeah.
you have to deal with that sort of pressure. Like that takes some strength to do. Like actually committing to something like that, and it's even something you probably don't even like.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
okay, I
Totally.
agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Yeah. Like, yeah, okay, I don't. I mean, if you want to go into that, that's cool. Because I mean, same thing with OnlyFans, porn. You're in it just to make some money, and I mean, you're in it to make some quick cash. Because after every set, you are getting quick cash practically. You're having sex, and
For
that's
Totally.
that.
porn,
Yes.
you have to work a little bit more
What do you mean?
than some OnlyFans,
You
And
like
just
there's a
you just
lot
most
have
less
sex.
OnlyFans.
creative there's a lot less creative leniency with porn as opposed to OnlyFans. So I think OnlyFans is more friendly to like the actors and the people who are, expressing their bodies in that way.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
There's a
I'll
lot less
agree.
pressure with OnlyFans.
Yeah, 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 no, yeah, I agree with the whole, like, there's a lot less pressure. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I mean, they're both the same thing. It's both porn, because, or, like, it's both, like, it's both,
Okay, we can
See,
agree on that point. It's both porn in that
I'm
sense.
hesitant to call it the same thing though
yeah,
because
I
with
knew
like
you were gonna say
traditional
that.
porn,
Because
with
there's,
traditional porn, there's a lot more pressure on the actors because they have to do all of the things that these directors and
okay,
these
no.
producers and these other actors want them to do
So,
to
so,
make money.
so what I'm talking about is this, yeah, it's both porn in the sense that it's like, they're both selling their bodies practically, alright? Either
Yeah,
by
I understand
pictures
that.
or by doing a video, okay?
Sure.
So same thing with OnlyFans. I think OnlyFans is a way better option like, and I don't understand the whole stigma behind by it by like it being worse, or like people looking down on OnlyFans users. I mean
So
that's what they're doing is they're trying to make money, because they may need it. I mean like it's the same. It's like the same exact thing as like a porn actress.
where where I draw the line between OnlyFans and like traditional porn actors and actresses is like I think where a lot of people have issues with it is how easy it is to become an OnlyFans person.
Well, not really, because I mean you have to.
I mean,
I mean,
No,
in all
seriously, not
reality,
really. No, it's not easy at all because you have to get a fan base. I mean, yeah, you could post your
yeah,
nudes
you have to
online
get a
and
fan
everything,
base,
but
but
no,
like in
sure.
all reality, I could probably make $100 selling fucking 7-inch long foot longs, whatever you want to fucking call it, pictures.
well,
Like that's where people get like start to not like OnlyFans is because it allows people like ease to make quick cash. Like
I,
I don't need to do it, but I could do it and
Right.
make money, and that's where people would like get mad at me. I will not like argue the point that there to like become successful on OnlyFans. Yes, you need a fan base. It's just like any other media based platform job. Like YouTuber, you need a fan base in
mm-hmm,
order to become
Mhm.
successful. OnlyFans, you need a fan base
yeah,
to become
Yeah.
successful.
yeah, I disagree with the whole like it's easy to just make quick money on OnlyFans. I
See, I think
really
Oh,
it's like
disagree with that.
easy money in the same way that traditional porn is easy money, right?
Exactly.
I feel like I feel like OnlyFans is just a, I guess, like a healthier way to get that
Yep.
easy money as opposed to traditional porn.
But it's not like easy money. Okay, I don't like that term easy money because like, yeah, you can post your news online, but I mean you might not get a lot of fucking views because you need a fan base. Like you need people to you need horny guys to fucking know what's up, or you need people to pay for
Honey,
your
there
shit.
are there are a lot of horny guys out there,
I
okay?
yeah, I know that, but not many people will know your name. Like okay, so let's say like
you
fucking
know what's funny is you really don't need to have a name out there. Like I'm not going to try to like sugarcoat this, but like obviously good looking people are going to have an advantage on that site.
mhm.
Like
Uh-huh.
it that's where like it can become not I'm not gonna use easy money, but that's where you're going to make money is depending on how good you look. Like depending on how
Totally.
people like your appearance.
Yeah, and if
And
people
I'm
like
Mhm.
sorry, like that's where like I could definitely not make an OnlyFans. Like who wants a fucking neckbeard Chad with like an above average fucking packer?
exactly, and also because like you're practically like there's nothing around you. Like or like there's like no one really knows your name, so no one's gonna go looking on OnlyFans for a fucking 7-inch dick or whatever the fuck, you know?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
So
no one
that's
cares about that.
yeah, so that's what I
It's gonna
mean.
it's gonna
Cause
be
like
hard to get people to like specifically look up your name.
and that's what I
I
mean by
think
the
we've
whole
just been
easy
like
money
really just arguing
about the
about the
same.
same market anymore.
Yeah. But you guys keep telling me like this stuff, and I'm like, yo, it's not easy money because you need to get a name out there, right? And then Bryce, you were the one who actually said
Well, it's like
like you
it's
don't
the
need
same
a
thing with
name.
porn though.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you
the
could do
same thing with
porn.
porn though.
You could do porn, but that doesn't mean that you're
And you
gonna be
still have to
found.
get build that fan base.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to build a fan base because
You don't need a fan base with porn. You just need a contract.
okay, yeah, that's a well, yeah. Once you get a
Right, but
contract,
also
then
if
you
you
get
think about it,
publicity with that
if you
contract.
think about
No,
it, the
that's that's where I agree. Like if you want to continue it as a career, you definitely need to make a name for yourself.
Exactly.
exactly,
But
totally.
it's not going to be easy money because that contract is not just going to be given to everyone, right? If you're not really committed to
No,
like making porn or
but
whatever,
you could definitely do easy porn. There is such a thing as that. There is
Yeah,
definitely you can make quick money with porn.
okay,
Let's
yeah,
call it quick
totally.
money.
but okay, yeah, okay, I'll agree with that. Yeah, fine. But with like with OnlyFans, no one's gonna look up your Twitter account and be like, oh, this person has an OnlyFans, sick. No, you have to have a name or you had to have a fan base around you that you had to get publicity for your OnlyFans so that like people click on your thing and give you money to get your fucking news or whatever you're sending out there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I 100% do
No,
not think it's free easy money or say it's the get rich kind of deal. I do not
I
think
mean,
so.
like,
Oh,
I get what you're
you
saying,
can't get
Sam.
rich off
Yeah, I
OnlyFans.
know. No,
I
no.
get what
Okay,
you're
but
saying,
that's
Sam.
yeah.
But like, if we think of it in terms of like other careers, like this is much simpler and much easier to get, you know, money out of this career compared to other, more traditional careers because there's a lot more um, education that has to go into other careers as opposed to,
Yeah.
I'm 18 and I have big titties.
Okay,
Like,
yeah. I understand
yeah,
that. Yeah, I could agree with your point, but that point's kind of like what the fuck because it's like I'm of course.
You're comparing different
Yeah,
markets though.
that's what I was gonna say. Like you're not like
With OnlyFans, it's all about marketing.
yeah, because you need to get a
no,
market, or you need to
I
market
agree.
yourself, and you need to show
I
like,
agree.
yeah, I have big tits, and yeah, and then you need to get that fan base because they like your big tits, and then
Right.
you like once you have a fan base, then you start your OnlyFans, and then it's like then you can get money like that. Not many people are gonna realize you have big tits because this other girl has big tits and she has 3 million followers. So fuck you. I'm gonna go to this girl, right?
um, no, no, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that like compared to other
Yeah, no, I
traditional career
100% agree.
paths,
Yep,
yeah,
100% agree with that.
okay. Yeah, that was all I was saying.
Yep, that's totally fine.
That was all I was arguing.
That's
Yeah,
all.
I completely agree about that, but I do not agree that OnlyFans is quick money or quick easy money.
It can be for the right people.
Yeah, for the right people
Uh,
who have gotten their name out. Okay, yeah. Anyways, yeah,
Same as
I don't
porn.
feel
yep,
like
talking
we
about the same
can
thing.
really be judging these markets, really. And in all honesty, these are outside point of views. These are
Start an
outside
OnlyFans,
opinions.
boys.
There's like no facts behind it. Like we have a general understanding of what it takes to become successful, but like we don't know. In reality, we don't know shit. Like how hard these people actually
Yeah,
have to work in certain fields or like
Exactly.
whatever. We have no experience in
yeah,
that. We're
Because
not e-boys. We
no,
don't have that. We don't have that knowledge.
because you know what? I think if
This
like
is all just our opinions on the subject.
yep,
totally.
yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, that's all they'll be until we have the straight facts and like we can actually compare the two markets like with accurate like precision.
mm-hmm,
mm-hmm.
I agree.
Like me and Sam might not see eye to eye on certain things, but that's because that is our opinions and they are based off of different things. We've been influenced by different like sources and stuff.
Yeah, like
But
for
I will not disagree with Sam on certain things, and I will disagree on certain things with Sam. But it's because we can have those arguments and conversations is what makes us intelligent. Like if you have an argument where you like do not commit to like seeing the pros and cons to a person's argument, then it's not an argument.
mm-hmm,
Yeah,
And I think at the end of the day, that's what's important with what makes this podcast so. In my opinion, I like our podcast the way it is now. Like we can discuss things
totally.
and like do it intelligent
like I hate
and still
Mm-hmm.
people.
be friends about it. Like me and Sam are not gonna hate each other just because we have different opinions on
Yeah,
OnlyFans. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
that's nice.
It's a conversation. We leave it at that.
yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, and
Yeah,
also like going back to like the whole like I like our podcast and everything. I like the way that like we all think because we don't all think the same way, you know.
yeah,
Exactly.
And
We're not
that's
all
so
just one
fucking
hive
boring.
mind
Yep.
bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
It
so
offers different
boring.
points of view.
Mhm.
We're definitely gonna have our villains and heroes in different episodes. Like if we build a fan base, there's obviously gonna be episodes where people are like, yeah, there's gonna be a majority opinion that surrounds someone,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and
Totally.
that's what's gonna give it more like diversity to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I
Yeah,
like that we
I
all don't think the same. I love that. That like we all like
Yeah,
we
I know.
challenge each. Oh, God, fuck. We challenge each other's like opinions and shit. Sorry, I'm
Mm-hmm.
drinking
Well, yeah,
coffee.
you could definitely tell who has more knowledge in certain things and who doesn't. Like the whole fucking like your cave people in Antarctica, whatever, the Hollow
The
Earth
Hollow
theory.
Earth theory.
Yeah, that was literally the first time I'd ever heard that whole thing, like that whole spiel. Like I
Mm-hmm.
had before that, I had not even like I'd heard probably mentions of it, but I never gave it two thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, but then like we like had a whole debate on it. Like we discussed it for a fucking like hour or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
think
like with that example alone, like we obviously had differing opinions. But
exactly.
because
Mm-hmm.
like some people had certain knowledge and some people didn't, like you could tell who has stronger arguments.
I think no, but I
Because
think
even like Aiden, like in the beginning, was kind of like sided with me, but the more you pitched your side of the
Yeah.
argument, he definitely switched sides. Like
Yeah.
that flow definitely is apparent in that episode.
Yeah. Those kinds of conversations allow for you to like, think about things and change your opinion if, someone brings up a good point that you think like helps decide you weren't originally on. And I think you can only get that with people with, that aren't the same and with differing, points of view and differing opinions.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what I guess that's what I love about this podcast, is like, sometimes people can convince you to, change your opinion.
True.
You know, it's healthy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think this is a
Yeah,
great place to like end off on. I mean, we got an hour and
yeah,
21
kind of
Yeah.
like an
minutes.
ode to the episode
Yeah.
previous, and
Hmm.
then an end to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a good
I
time to cut off.
I think you guys,
Good
you know
time.
what? I'm happy that you joined us again, Aiden, and I hope that you
Yeah.
keep coming in because I like this whole like,
Oh, for sure.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited for this to with how this is gonna
Hmm.
go, and yeah, like, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching. For the people who did watch, I think like one person watched who got the
Whatever.
9 seconds.
10-second gang, am I
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Totally.
So yeah, hashtag 10 second gang if you got here. And thank you for listening. And we hope you guys will keep on this journey that we are uh, going into, journeying down this path that we fucking forged. And yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah, thank you. And peace.